Right, as I was saying, all the lands that are on the earth right now, Esau Edom is in rulership over them. So basically, what you have with that, he already has all that power. It's like all the authority, all the riches that he could desire, all the riches on the earth. They belong to the elites, okay, the international bankers. But what he is looking for right now is that control over men, control over the minds and the hearts of the people that are on the earth. That's why he wants to put he wants to chip you up with this MOTB. That's why he has done so much destruction and spread so much wickedness on the earth. First and foremost, to separate the Israelites, that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians from your power from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know how to separate you from him, and then you without that power, you swaying around looking for, and then you without that power becomes vulnerable, and that's when he comes with his wickedness, with his vileness, with his wine. All right, and that's why the scriptures speak about the wine of the wine that Babylon the Great has spread over all the whole earth, and all the nations are drunk of it. All right, so now that wine is part of Esau's control mechanism, okay? Because the doctrine and the philosophies he teaches and he pushes is meant to make you weak. Is meant to weaken the society, may weaken the fabric of of the society and the peoples, in order for him to be able to take more. In order for him to be able to take control over you. All right, and that's why you see suicide rates going up, depression going up, natural disasters going up, global warming, the global warming, forest fires, all kinds of disasters just keep on increasing and increasing because the wicked are in rulership over the earth, and even the planet itself is rejecting Esau Edom's rulership. But there is a time for everything, and the time which the Most High has set for the world to be redeemed and delivered from the rule of Esau Edom is when he has succeeded in his plan. Because, and I've said this already, and I'm still repeating it. The Most High has already ordained that He will allow it to succeed, because that is also a part of His plan. Right? And we read the precept right here that he said that the Most High will only take down Esau after he has succeeded. Right? In other words, when he has crowned his enterprise with success, in the fullness of his sufficiency. In other words, when he's at the peak of his power, when he's at the peak of his kingdom and his control, when he believes that he is and he has succeeded, then Yahweh cracks the clouds and takes over, everything, and takes over this devil's kingdom, takes over the kingdom of you other nations as well. All right. So the place that I actually wanted to get next is going into how more precepts going into how Esau Edom is in rulership right now. Okay, the fourth beast is in power, because even the website spoke about that in the book of Esdras. Art thou not it that remaineth? All right, let me see if I can get that. No, that's not it. Okay, it is. All right, second Esdras, the 11th chapter. I want to actually get a point from here, so I want to bring Salakia. I don't know what happened. No, second Esdras 11. Ah, ah, Salakia, and for some reason the KJV is acting up for some reason. Let me just jump back and get that. All right, second Esdras, the 11th chapter. All right, here it is. Second Esdras 11, and I'll get the precepts. Okay, I'm trying to remember where it is. Here it is. Second Esdras 11, verse 39, and it reads, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my walls, and through the end of their times might come, and that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he the earth with deceit. Right, and that's basically it. Okay, the Most High had given Esau Edom all the authority, all the power, all the dominion over the earth and the inhabitants of the earth. Okay, except for the elect. Because guess what? If you are of this number, if you are the hopeful elect, if you are in this truth, you are not a part of the world. So Esau Edom truly has no power over you. He might have power over you in terms of the things that you require in the world, or in terms of the courses, all right. But over your soul, he has no power over your soul. Let me just put it like that, okay? He might have power over you in the flesh, but in the spirit, all right, he has no power over you, because in the spirit we belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, belong to the Most High and His Son, and nobody can take us away from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And it's a precept that actually reminds me of that. Who can take us away from the love of Yahweh? I believe that's how the precept goes. It's like I have to bring it out. It's a beautiful precept, so it must be brought out. I didn't really want to who can separate who can who can separate us from, I think it's who can separate us from the love. Okay, it is Romans 8 verse 35, and it reads, who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? Right? Nothing can separate us, even Esau, Edom, even his wickedness, even the fact that he's ruling over the earth, because we are all in Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. And guess what? And this is a faith builder right here. The Most High will never allow us to fall into the hand of these devils, all right? So they will succeed, Esau, Edom will succeed, he will take over the whole world. But guess what? We are not a part of the world, so we don't have to worry about Esau Edom succeeding, and taking over us, or Esau Edom, having the victory, or there's a certain word I'm looking for, but having a victory over us, because we are not of this world, all right? So Esau Edom will control all the things of this world, because this is his world, okay? If he rules and do whatever he rules and does, and whatever he does, he do and undo in this world, it does not matter in the grand scheme of things, because this is his world. This is basically the playground that Yahweh Hashmi Yahushua had given to him to control. And even in this playground, it still has his limits, okay? And his limits doesn't go past the atmosphere or the borders of this planet, which is why he cannot go into space and colonize, or do or take over anything within outer space. We know about the fake moon landing and all that, but that is telling you that Esau Edom's dominion ends at the firmament, ends at the top of it basically ends at the firmament before you hit the outer space, all right? And he will, and once again he will succeed, but this is only because this is his word, and he's succeeding, and he's being built up, being fattened for the slaughter, because you understand that this world is going to be destroyed, all right? And the next world that is going to replace it, the world that is going to be used to renew, and the world that is going to come up after this one, is the world of Israel, right? The kingdom of our Lord Yahushai. As it is written, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So when these people talk about the end of the world, it is the end of their world. It is the end of the world as they know it, all right? But we understand that there is no end to anything on the earth, and that's another thing right there. We understand that there is no end to the earth. The earth abideth forever, but the world that is being destroyed is this kingdom, this rulership, the Esau's kingdom, and many of our people, two-thirds and heathens, and these Edomites as well, they are so short-sighted that they cannot see that there are better things to come in the kingdom. Well, not for you Edomites, of course, but there are better things to come in the kingdom, all right? The end of this world, the destruction of this world is not the end. In fact, it is merely the beginning of an eternity, the beginning of an eternal kingdom in the New Jerusalem. Okay. So it doesn't matter if Esau succeeds, or it doesn't matter what Esau does on this side, because you already know the plans of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and it's going to take out you devils before you even have a chance to do any real damage, all right, to the elect, which is of course is Yahweh Hashmi Yasha, his main concern right there. Alright, before you devils actually have a chance to do any real damage to the elect, you're going to be taken out, alright? Because the world because the world that is coming up next, all right, the world that will replace this wicked kingdom will be a righteous kingdom that will rule forever. Your kingdom will not be forever, all right. Your kingdom is already at its end. The kingdom that's going to be forever is the kingdom of Israel. So with that, let's give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash, Wa Abad Babal. And through this praise, all people can you are qualified. Shalom.